Smart girl.
Hannah's coming too.
Hannah's here. Hannah's here. She is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I know it's a Saturday morning, relatively early. It's 10 o'clock, people. I know, I let you sleep in. It's okay. So, but at the same time, spring break started yesterday, and I know, thank you for remembering, at least those students that I'm looking at, remembering to come again, to be here for Hannah and to be her support. So, as many of you know, we have already had here at the Performing Arts Magnet at Tracy High School, we've already had our senior recitals. It was about a month or so ago. But Hannah was privileged to be performing in New York that same weekend. And so obviously that merited an opportunity for her. And so we agreed to allow her to have to prepare her own recital. And so this is the day. She's been working really hard. And I am sure it's going to be a fantastic performance. So without any further ado, let me introduce, as partial fulfillment of her Performing Arts Magnet diploma, Hannah Lampkin with her accompanist Lauren Goodall.
Hello, for those of you who don't know me, which most of you do, I'm Hannah Lampkin. I have been involved in the Tracy Choral program for 4 years. Today I am going for my senior diploma for the vocal pathway. I've been going for the senior diploma because I feel it will prepare me for my college recitals. It has really been eye-opening. It has really changed the way I've looked at preparing pieces, and it definitely has looked good on my college resumes. This is my pianist, Lauren Goodall, as Ms. Carver said. She has a degree in piano performance and music education from Utah State. Yes. So I've been really privileged to work with her through my UOP audition, actually. She has done just a beautiful job in preparing these pieces. I've kind of thrown them at her, and she has really been my rock. So I thank her very much for being here. So preparing my pieces and selecting my pieces has been really a struggle because unlike other instruments or other performing arts auditions, I don't have a set list of repertoire to pick from. It's rather a set of standards for most colleges. For example, for UCLA, they require one Italian song, an English song, a French song, or German, or Spanish, or Russian. The San Francisco Conservatory of Music requires an Italian aria and an English song that was originally written in English, and a piece chosen by the applicant. NYU requires an English song, a foreign language song, and a piece chosen by the applicant. And UOP requires an Italian aria from the 17th and 18th century, and an English-American song from any period. So when I looked at these requirements, I realized it was important for me to prepare an English song, an Italian aria, and then another song of some language. I felt those would meet the standards for most colleges. So that being said, my first selection was Il mio bel fuoco by Benedetto Marcello. It is from the 24 Italian arias of the 17th and 18th century. It is required for college auditions as well as all state auditions and national auditions. I used this piece for every single honor choir audition that wasn't county. Every piece that every honor choir that required some kind of song to audition with. This is the translation. My fire of love, however far or near I might be, never changing, will always be burning for your dear eyes. The flame which kindled me is so pleased with my soul that it never dies. And if fate entrusts me to you, lovely rays of my beloved sun, my soul will never be able to long for any other light. Ballad of Baby Doe is one of the few American operas to be in the standard repertory. It premiered in Colorado in 1956, and I used it for my English piece for my college auditions, including UOP. So a little bit of background. The character Baby Doe is singing a song and playing her song in her hotel room, and her love interest, Horace, listens to her from the window, and he is just enchanted by her voice. It's a very romantic piece, and as he's listening to it, he's falling in love with her. And the song is supposed to represent Horace's lost youth. Reynaldo Hahn, and it was composed in 1888. So this can be used for a college audition for your foreign language piece or a piece of your selection, if many colleges don't require you to do a French piece. So here's the translation. My verses would flee, soft and frail, towards your oh so beautiful garden, if my verses had wings, like a bird. They would fly, sparks, towards your laughing home, if my verses had wings, wings like the Spirit. Close to you, pure and faithful, they would hasten night and day, if my verses had wings, wings like love. My final selection is one that many of you know. It is Think of Me from Phantom of the Opera. It was composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber. It premiered in London's West End in 1996 and premiered in Broadway in just a couple years later, 1988, excuse me. It can be used for musical theater auditions for college. I've used it for many of my, I used this song for my audition to get into the Performing Arts Magnet program when I first auditioned to join the choir. So it's always been my backbone song. So the background, it is in the opera. It is sung by Elissa in the fictional Hannibal opera. It is originally cast as Carlotta, the character Carlotta singing it, who is a diva, basically. But after a disaster happens in the opera house, she storms out, as per usual, and Christine is asked to sing to try to replace her. At first, she's very nervous. She gains confidence as the piece progresses, and she sounds beautiful, and the opera house really realizes how special her voice is. Okay. please say you'll think of me, whatever else you choose to do. There will never be a day when I won't think of Long ago, it seems so long ago, how young and innocent we were. Ye may not remember me, but I remember. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade, they have their stains, and so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you will think Thank you so much for all of you attending. I really did not know I was going to have such a good audience. I know it's a Saturday, and I really just appreciate you coming to support me. It means so much that every single one of you are here. I wanted to, again, thank my pianist. I really wanted to thank the Performing Arts Magnet teachers, Miss Grover especially. She gave me my voice. She was a big part in my path to music. I would also like to thank Miss Bernadette Medeiros, my vocal coach. She has worked so hard to help me prepare for this senior recital, and she really has done so much for me. Has taught me really technique and everything that I've needed to know, and inspired me so much. Both of you ladies have done that. I wanted to thank my family for coming, John Spires and my sister in LA. They have inspired me so much and helped me realize what I wanted to do with my life and music, and helped me realize how important music is to me. So again, thank you all for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday and great spring break for the students. Thank you.